For someone like you, Tony, that you have the relationship with somebody you're helping, what feedback do you give as you're going through it where, hey, I helped this client out, we went through this. How do you manage that relationship when they end up making bigger mistakes in their lives later on? How do you manage that relationship with them then? Life-changing mistake.
Yeah, well, it depends on whether or not they're wanting help at that stage. I've been put in really interesting situations throughout my life where they're there, but the answer to the question is, people have a nature, and the best you can is help them to maximize their nature. We have different needs. It's another typology. We need certainty. We need uncertainty, variety, or we don't feel alive. Too much certainty, you're bored. Too much uncertainty, you freak out. We need to feel significant, like we matter, like we're important to somebody. We need to feel the feelings of love and connection. We need to grow, we need to contribute. These 6 needs, but we're not all equal. Some people value certainty the most, and they live a very different life than somebody who wants variety. They're gonna jump out of a plane. This person's never gonna jump out of a plane, right? The most valued, the top 2 in our culture today are significance and certainty because of social media. Trying to be significant, even if you're not. Change your pictures, change your story. That's why young girls get on there and they have this comparison of something that's completely false, and they get depressed because it's not real. Everyone needs significance, but when it's at the top of your list, you either have to lie to yourself or have to push yourself at unbelievably intense levels because you're always comparing. If love is your driving force, you're always connecting. If certainty is driving force, you're trying to keep things the same, which of course life isn't the same. That's the number 2.
So significance as one is a problem.
Significance because of social media has become the number 1 drive, not only in men, it usually is for men because testosterone drives that, but also for women as well. And then we want certainty. Well, the only thing that's certain is change, right? That's how it works. So most people are really unhappy today because they either have to lie to themselves or they have to admit and keep around themselves people they feel more significant than those people so they can feel important. Of course you want to be significant. You are significant. But demanding significance is different than becoming significant because you've contributed massively to a human being or because someone feels your love. When someone feels completely loved by you and respected by you, you tend to become significant in their life in some way, right? It's the number 1 thing I hear in famous people. I won the Academy Award, I did this, all this stuff, and now they're so unhappy behind closed doors. And the conversations we have is, they really wanted love, but they thought, if I'm significant enough, I'll be loved. But now everybody wants something from you. I'm sure you experience this, I do as well, but I expect it, it's not a big deal. I love giving people what they want as much as I possibly can. Somebody wants a picture, someone wants a conversation, I'm happy to do it, right? But when you're with your family, these people would say to me, I'm with my family, the people interrupt our dinner and they come up and they just want what they want. They don't care, they don't even know who I am. Well, they thought by being significant, they get love, but by significant, they're just getting more demands and requests, and it makes them miserable. So to answer your question is, it depends on where they are and what they need. I'm there to try to help wherever I am. I'm not there to try and take responsibility for everything the person will ever do in their life.
For sure. No, for sure.
But the media might try to do that, but that's the media.
No,
that's
listen,
like they did that to Mike. I mean, it's absurd.
I totally get that. And then in regards to Kanye and Kim, how different was that?
Kanye is a very unique human being, to say the least. And the 2 of them have similar need structures,
right?
But they have different ways of meeting them. So you can become significant, think about this, by working harder than anybody else and building the tallest building in town. Right. Or you can blow up everybody else's building. It doesn't take a lot of intelligence, and now you have the tallest building. You're the significant one. Sure. You can tear other people down.
Right.
Everyone meets their needs in different ways. So Osama bin Laden and the policemen and firemen that gave up their lives, many of them on 9/11, they ran in the building knowing they could die. Why would they do that? Because their life was about service, contribution, and significance. But their rule to be significant was to be a hero. I'd be willing to sacrifice my life for a stranger to save a life. You can meet your needs in positive ways or negative ways. Osama bin Laden was one of 20 children. To get his father's attention was very, very difficult. He became significant overnight when he took his father's wealth, and he didn't do any battles. He brought that to Afghanistan, and boom, he went up. He developed the way to be significant as, I don't need to take risks. I send other people to kill themselves. And guess what? If others kill themselves and it does damage, then I'm a significant man. So 2 things shape us. We all want the same needs. The difference is, what are your top 2? If your top thing is certainty, you're moving this direction. If your top is variety or adventure, you move in this direction. If you want significance, you're moving one direction. If you want love, you're moving another. And sometimes we have conflicts in these areas. But also, how do you get it? Do you get certainty by eating? Do you get certainty by working out hard? And you feel great afterwards and you feel in control of your life? Do you get certainty by taking charge? You can meet your needs in positive ways, negative ways, or neutral ways. What I get people to see is change is never about willpower long term. I got a lot of willpower. I know you do too. You wouldn't have done what you've done. But willpower is not enough. When you align your needs with something, where you start saying, by doing this, it makes me feel certain and I got variety, I'm growing. Like, think about your businesses. How many of your needs are met? How certain are you you'll find a way to succeed no matter what?
Very high.
0 to 10, what would you say?
10.
Me too. How much variety is there in all your businesses, all the different challenges? Of
A lot.
0 to 10.
10.
That's right. How significant do you feel like what I'm doing is unique and special and I get to contribute in a meaningful way?
10.
How much connection and love do you have to your team? I already saw it when I came here. To the people you work with, to the mission you have. How much connection do you feel?
10. I love working
10.
with these guys.
How much does your business make you grow?
10.
And how much do you feel a sense of contribution?
10.
So you can go 50 hours a day in a 24-hour day if there was such a thing, and you will work incredibly hard because all your needs are met. It's not work. You're fulfilled. Now tell me something you hate to do or you want someone else to do, you hire other people to do because you just don't want to do it.
Compliance, legal. I'm in the insurance space, so you're gonna have to go through that. So those are things I'll hire. Some of the stuff that has to do with operations, HR, I'll hire that out.
So let's take one of those. Doing fundamental HR, certainty that you're going to enjoy it and you're going to do well. Personally, if you did it.
4.
Variety in HR.
4.
Significance of HR.
5.
Sense of connection and love from HR.
4.
Growth from being in HR.
4.
Contribution in HR.
6.
Okay. So you got almost everything sub 5, sub 6, you got 1,
sure.
right? You're not going to have any drive to do that.
No.
But I can take somebody, for example, who loves the clean house and you hate to do it, and I can find out how they do it.
Absolutely.
Because they're certain because they've done it so much. They get variety because every time they do it, it's a new mess, it's a new person. They grow because they're listening to audio programs while they're doing it, audio tapes. The people that find a way to do something they love, they found a way to meet at least 3 to 4 of these needs. If they meet all of them, it's effortless. That's the same thing in a relationship. If you meet 2 needs in a one need in a relationship, you know the person. 2 needs, they become a friend. 3 needs, deep friendship. All 6 needs, you got a love slave. Because I've never seen anybody in a relationship, I've dealt with hundreds of thousands of couples over the years, and you'll always hear the same thing. I gave him everything except what they needed, or they'd still be there because it takes 2 sides, right? And so I dig in, and what you really find out, I've never heard anybody say, man, in this relationship, I feel so certain with her or him that they love me. We have so much surprise and variety. I mean, I feel like the most important person in the world. I mean, we're so in love and connected, and we're growing, we're contributing. I'm out of here. It doesn't happen that way, right?
Yeah.
So when you understand needs, when something meets at least 3 of these needs, a belief, an emotion, a behavior, you become addicted to it. Whether it's a positive thing or a negative doesn't matter.